Hello, Math 7 students. We are in Module 3, and we are now going to be completing Lesson 8. So Module 3, Lesson 8 is called Graphing Solutions to Inequalities, and we can find that on page 93 in my comp book. I'm going to turn there now. Page 93. Sorry about that. And here we are. Okay, so graphing solutions to inequalities. The goal for today. Today we will learn how to graph inequalities on a number line and understand what the graph means. The question that I want you to be thinking about during this lesson is, what does a closed circle and an open circle mean on a graph on a number line? Okay, so we've been doing a lot of work with inequalities. You've actually even drawn a couple of number lines, but now I'm going to teach you the appropriate way to draw them. So things to know. Graphing an inequality means to show the value on a number line. And so right here, we have a number line. I haven't put any values on there because I just wanted you to see what it looked like, but it's just a regular number line. And you have an arrow with a closed dot pointing to the right, and you have an open arrow pointing to the left. So these are two examples of how we graph inequalities on a number line. The parts that you need for graphing an inequality are, you need a number line, you need an open circle, or you need a closed circle. Arrow, and both of these are arrows. So here's your number line. That's typically what it would look like. An open circle arrow looks like that, and it can go in either direction. A closed circle arrow looks like this, and it can go in either direction, depending on what the inequality symbol tells you to do. So those are the things that you need. So something else that you need to know is, when graphing on a number line, the graph represents the numerical value of the inequality. So, an example of this, to help you with it, is, here is what the inequality x is less than 4 looks like. So remember, we're saying x is less than 4. So, you're going to draw a number line. You're going to find where 4 would be. So I have 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be right there. And since this inequality says x is less than 4, then what that means is it can't be 4. So since it cannot be 4 because it says x is less than 4, so it could be 3, it could be 2, it could be 1, it could be 0, it could be -1, -2, and so on. So since it says that x has to be less than 4, we draw an open circle on the 4 and we draw our arrow to the left. So open circles mean that they are either less than or they are greater than. So when you have a less than symbol or a greater than symbol, your circle on your graph has to be open. Okay? Now, knowing something else is, here is what the inequality x is less than or equal to 4 looks like. So notice we changed it to less than or equal to. So again, you need a number line. So here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it says x is less than or equal to 4. So we put a circle on 4. This time we have to color it in. So it's called a closed circle because it said that x could be 4. So since it could have a value of 4, we have to color it in. And then it also could be less than 4, so that's why we draw our arrow to the left. Okay? So I'm thinking that by these two examples, you truly understand the difference between an open circle and a closed circle. Now remember, let's review it. An open circle means that the value of the variable is either less than the number or greater than the number. A closed circle means that the value of the variable is less than or equal to the number or greater than or equal to the number. So when we use closed circles, we use greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. When we have an open circle, we use less than or greater than. Okay? So that's the difference between the two circles. We'll be doing some practice problems with that in class. So let's go back to our question. Our question of our lesson said, what does a closed circle and an open circle mean on a graph on the number line? And now you know. Closed circle means greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Open circle means that it's greater than or it's less than. Okay? Today we will learn how to graph inequalities on a number line and understand what the graph means. I believe that you now know how to do that successfully. And that's all I have for you. All right, kiddos. See you tomorrow. Bye.